What's up, everyone? Today is my birthday, October 5th. Today is my birthday. Now, I'm not filming this on my birthday. It's actually the day before, but when you watch this, it's gonna be my birthday. And I want to share with you all three big lessons that I've learned this year, this rotation around the sun. And I know that what I want to share with you, it's gonna help you as well. One thing I love, about my birthdays is there's like a joy in getting older. It's quite interesting how, society is so attached and consumed with this need with anti-aging. And I get it, it's like a need to feel physically beautiful, but I feel this resistance in me whenever there's resistance towards growth. I think that's just natural, right? We're supposed to be getting older, but yet society is telling you you need to stay younger. So you have this very natural resistance and you're like, what is this? But for me, I really feel so grateful on my birthdays because that whole year I've learned so many lessons that no one could have taught me. Nobody. I couldn't have bought it on someone's course. I couldn't have read it in a book. Maybe the book helped me and it was a guide. Maybe that course helped me and it was a guide. But in terms of the lesson and overcoming the lessons, it comes from you. It comes from your relationship with your reality, your relationship with yourself and your life situation. And I'm grateful to, be here. I'm grateful to be alive, and I'm grateful to feel life and just grateful. So anyways, the first thing that I want to share with you that I learned this year is that your world will wait for you. The world may not, because the world is not in your control. So the world's always gonna just keep going. It's gonna do its thing. You might be in your room and you might be in a dark place, right? I'm more of illustrating myself, kind of depicting myself. And the world's gonna keep going, right? The sun's gonna keep shining every day. The trees are gonna keep standing tall. The birds are gonna keep singing. Society is gonna do what it wants, but your world will wait for you. It doesn't matter how long. It could be 10 years, it could be 5 months, it could be a couple days, a couple weeks. Your world's got you. It's got your back. It knows what you need, right? Be okay with your pace. Your pace is perfect for you. When I think about and reflect, I say I like my pace. I really do love the pace. For some people, my pace may have been too slow. For others, my pace may have been too fast. But for me, my pace was perfect. I was able to heal myself in the timing that was comforting to me. I didn't feel like I was pushing myself to get out of my comfort zone. I got out of my comfort zone in the way that I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. I got out of it, right? But it wasn't in a way that I felt it was premature. I felt led by my own intuitive leadership, right? We get the ego, it's always comparing. When you're being aware and becoming aware of ego, who you think you are, the unobserved mind, the part of the mind that we're not aware of its activities, of its perspective, of its thought system, the ego, it likes to compare. And nothing is ever enough. When you're aware of that part of the mind, you're able to agree with your pace, be allowing and accepting of your pace so that you can heal, so that you realize who you are not. See, that's the thing. While your world is waiting for you, your world that's doing its thing, you can sit there and say, who am I not? Rather than trying to figure out who you are, because that's the ego. It likes to pile on identities. Pile it on, trying to figure out who am I? And you end up going in a direction where you might be following the crowd because you don't know who you are. But instead, right, to ensure that you're following your own intuitive leadership is recognizing who you are not, recognizing your boundaries, recognizing where your energy is being wasted, where it's being too absorbed, recognizing what you don't like. The more you figure that out, the more you shape and mold into your authentic self, the more you can be aware, like, hey, you know what? I don't want to be around people who have this perspective, right? It's not helpful for the evolution of my consciousness. You know, I don't want to go to this place. I don't want to eat these foods, whatever it might be in terms of our life. I want to let you know that your world will wait for you. Whatever goals, whatever plans you have for life, it will wait for you. For those who have watched my channel, you notice that in the past I've had breaks, long breaks. And in those times, yeah, I did lose a sense of motivation. And that's because I lost a sense of purpose. I realized that I love what I do, but I had to keep tweaking and changing why I do it. What is my focus? Why do I do it? Why do I get up every morning to just be alive? Like, that was literally one thing that went through my head. Like, why am I getting up, right? There was a point where I said, I'm tired of living someone else's life. I'm tired of living someone else's expectation. I want to get out of bed. And if I don't do anything but sit outside, journal, read, and listen to the birds sing, then you know what? That's it. I don't care what society says that I have to be or what I have to do, as long as I get up. And at this point in my life, I love the mornings. I've always loved the mornings, but they're so different now because I have a new appreciation for them, a new perspective of seeing the morning time. And I like to have it for myself. I like to spend as much time being present and awake in the morning before I get my day started. So your world will wait for you. Number 3, tough times are optimal for sharpening your discernment for truth. Okay? Tough times. It's 2021. And we have been experiencing some very unprecedented events, okay? And I've definitely felt that fear-based programming that's going around. I've definitely felt it. I've been affected by it. But due to my awareness of the mind, awareness of thought, I'm able to be more discerning. I realize that, you know what? Sometimes you do have to fall for the lies, the deceit, and the falsehood, just so you can sharpen. You have the will to sharpen your discernment with truth, right? Sometimes you have to experience life's, not sometimes, but we're always experiencing life's inevitable counterparts, right? Conflict and peace, dark and light. You must experience dark in order to even know what light is. They cannot be without each other. If there was only light, then it would just be light. It wouldn't be anything. There's nothing to, it wouldn't be anything. They need each other. And it's important that during tough times, you recognize how to use that as an opportunity for your growth, how to shape and mold you, right? So you can start being more consistent with new ways of thinking, new ways of acting, new ways of feeling. Because when we use our life situations, our challenges, the pressure, right? That pressure, we start to transform to the same extent that pressure was pushing us, right? When you think about diamonds, you know, diamonds don't start off as diamonds. Diamonds need time. They need the pressure in order to become shiny and polished. And, you know, this is something that, you know, could be said on a more, you know, intellectual level. When I say intellectual, it's like you're hearing me say it and it sounds great, right? But there's a difference between having experience, the depth and the knowing of it, that when you actually use your toughest times as a way to help you grow, to help you evolve, help you have a shift in consciousness, right? You're less attached to outcomes. You're less attached to what the mind's expectations has made up to be the right path. You let go and you realize my world is taking care of me. My world is preparing me to receive what I want to be, what I want to do, whether it's confidence, security, releasing fears, letting go of the outcome, uncertainty in life. Whatever experience you're having right here in this moment, that is the experience you need. Take advantage of it. Number 3, the third thing that I learned this year is that don't waste your time. Be honest about who you are from the very beginning with everyone that you meet. Listen, I have a tendency to want to keep the peace, and that has really bit me in my behind. Because what happens is people tend to create an image of you that is not accurate to who you are because you let things slide. And then they start to interact with you in ways that you don't agree with, right? Or you say or you do something that doesn't match the image that you once portrayed, and now you are some sort of villain. Okay? Oh my gosh. This year has told me, like, be honest about who you are. I built up the courage to speak about my own mental position on controversial topics woke topics that are trending in the media, that if you don't agree with this woke topic, then somehow your morals are all messed up, right? I talked about that before. I put a video, I'll put the link right here, right? I had to take myself out of that fear of not being liked and just say, you know what, bro? You know what, bro? You're not gonna be understood by everyone, right? Sometimes us as humans, we wanna be understood by others. We wanna be accepted. It's just natural with survival, right? But reality is that you can't really survive being liked by everyone because you're not gonna be yourself. You're not gonna be your own authentic self. You're not gonna know who you are. You have to realize who you are not. And for me, it's much better when it comes to attracting the people that truly align with my state of being, with my perception of the world, to just be real and honest, even if it goes against what other people say or what other people do, so that I am not wasting my time. You know, one of the biggest things that I've changed is that don't worry about if people like you. Figure out whether you like them. Right now, everything has more to do with my energy. How am I conserving my energy? How am I using my energy so that I can be a conduit for consciousness to continuously share messages that heal others, instead of paying so much attention to trying to be accepted by saying things that just agree with the majority, you know? For some people, this is easy, okay? But for others, it's just not, right? We feel that need to want to fit in. I did not come here to fit in. And more than likely, if you're watching this video, and especially if you made it to this point in the video, you did not come here to fit in. And that's one thing. It's weird, but it's almost like an affirmation for me, and it's very positive. For me, it's positive. I've given it a meaning, and it's positive to say, you know what, Morse, you didn't come here to fit in. And when I say that, there's like a life that arises within me. It makes me feel more secure in myself. It makes me feel more confident about using my voice. You know, there was a time when I was on that break where my throat chakra was literally, it was closed. I was not speaking up for myself. I wasn't using the one thing that I know I came on this planet to use, my voice, to speak, right? I wasn't using it. I wasn't speaking up for myself. I was too afraid. And it was really, really affecting my mental and emotional peace. I thought for some reason I couldn't get it back, almost with The Little Mermaid when she gave away her voice for singing. It's like, am I gonna give away the courage to speak again? Like, it was one of those places of uncertainty, right? But when I realize and I say, listen, you're not for everyone, okay? Especially what I talk about. It took a lot of courage to even talk about this subject online and to even reveal to the people who were, you know, my close friends and people around me, you know, this is what I like, because no one around me really liked this stuff. So reveal who you are in the very beginning. Don't afraid to not laugh at a joke that you don't think is funny, because it's not funny, okay? But also you don't have to be so like stiff. You know, you could be loose, you could be chill, you could be relaxed. Just focus on letting go of who you are not, so you can be yourself, so you can be free. I want to say thank you for everyone. Thank you all for continuing to come back to watch my videos, especially during the times I took those breaks. I want to thank you on this day that you're seeing it, on my birthday, for your love and support. Oftentimes, your positivity and your love and your comments are what push me to come back and create videos every day, because it's confirmation that I'm doing what I enjoy. And I hope that you can see this as an example too, to step out of your comfort zone, transcend any fear-based thinking in your mind, and do what you came here to do. I'm incredibly grateful for you all. I'm sending you love, I'm sending you peace, and I'm holding space for you all. Live in a state of gratitude. Until next time.